Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend.
And I am James, your black friend.
And this is the Fat and Black Connection.
Where we talk about anything and everything as long as it's interesting to us. Baby.
Absolutely. Because, well, you know, if it's not interesting to us, then why would we talk about it?
For sure.
So I've got many things tonight to drink and eat, so I'm going to start right away. 1 or 2 on my drinks.
One.
All right, we're diving right on into Beatbox.
Yeah.
Blueberry Lemonade.
Not a fan.
Shaq Diesel edition. Can't remember. Did you have this?
Yeah.
And you did not like it, as I recall.
No, I was not a fan.
Yes. So smells I don't even know what that smell is. It smells like cardboard box.
Alcohol-y.
This is 11.1% alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
It is a pint, 16.9 fluid ounces. Must be 21 to enjoy. Best served chilled. Well, this is cold. It's I don't hate it, but it's not good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I did not enjoy them.
It has a very alcohol strong flavor, like a vodka, you know, kind of that rubbing alcohol flavor.
Yeah.
It says it is standard orange wine, which again, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Do they make wine from oranges now?
I don't know. Let me look.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna sit on that one for a minute.
Standard orange wine.
Standard orange wine. Food, 1 or 2?
2.
Cheez-It Crunch, Kicking Nacho Cheese.
Oh, nice. Those are new. Yes.
There were, I think, 2 or 3 different flavors. Yes. So there is zesty jalapeno cheddar and sharp white cheddar. And of course, as I said, this is Kicking Nacho.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The phrase standard orange wine can refer to two different concepts depending on whether you mean a traditional grape-based skin contact wine or the strict TTB legal definition of wine made from actual citrus fruit. And then they have a breakdown of it, but I don't really care that much. I don't care enough. But they do have orange wine sampler. There are orange wine 6 bottles. Yeah, so I guess there's a whole selection of orange wines made.
So I will say these aren't my favorite. You might like them. The Kickin' Nacho Cheese, it definitely has a lot of the pepper taste kind of in it. I don't know. I like the texture of it, but
excuse me,
the flavor I don't love.
Are they like puffed?
It's no, because I feel like the puffs aren't very crunchy.
Oh,
this is pretty crunchy.
Yeah, because I think the cheese. Oh yeah, Cheez-Its has puffs. Yeah. Hey, have you heard of I separated them out, but Churro Doughnut Bites?
No.
I bought these at I think this was at Sam's Club.
Why are they in a Ziploc bag?
Oh, I separated them out because it was serving size was 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get my serving size.
So you portion them into 5s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very
so do you want to talk about last night?
Sure.
So for those of you that haven't been paying attention, we've got a new audio drama that we're producing coming out in the sometime in the future called Secrets of a Hawaiian Mermaid. And last night was round 1 of auditions.
Yeah.
And we had 5 time blocks starting at 6 p.m. Pacific. And so there was a 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 5 time blocks. And each time block had, a different amount of people, but, some of the time blocks had 3 people, some had 7, some had 6. 7 was the cap because it's hard to get through any more than that in an hour.
Right.
Especially if, let's say, you have a really good hour where all 7 you want to have them read some more. That can
eat into it quickly.
So with all that being said, you are the director on this show, Secrets of a Hawaiian Mermaid. What were your thoughts on the auditions? Like big picture first.
Oh, I mean, we had. Why am I hearing myself?
I don't know.
Oh, I was hearing like an echo from. It sounded like coming from your end. But no, I mean, overall, it was. I think we had a good, a good night. Overall, I think we'll be able. I think by the end of Saturday, we'll be able to get the larger parts filled. We might need to figure out some smaller stuff, but that's we can get no problem. So
yeah, I will say from like purely a producer standpoint, I was immensely frustrated, not with the talent, with we had many people sign up.
Yeah, not a lot of people show, and like that was a bummer. But again, I think okay, -1, I think everybody that showed up came, you know, with, came, ready to go.
Yeah, and to James's point, the one because I'm gonna call it out because I was going to anyways. So I feel like we're abundantly clear on the auditions and what
Pull up the poster.
Yeah, I'm about to.
The audition flyer.
Give me just a second. I'm pulling it up. So here is the flyer that we posted for the auditions.
Here, I'll just run it down for you guys real quick. So, let me get to it real quick. Sorry.
Can you not see it? It's right there on the screen.
Yeah, but anyways, I have it in. So it says casting voice talent, and it says prepare a 60 to 90 second contemporary dramatic monologue. Cold read. That's
pretty
up front.
That's the first line.
Up front. Cold reads from the series may be requested. Yeah. And then it just says seeking leads, supporting and teen roles, non-union, currently unpaid. Because sometimes you never know what can happen.
But, yeah, I mean, if this show does amazingly well, and somebody comes along and is like, "Hey, we want to buy this," I'm going to pay people.
Yeah. So the fact of the matter is that the first line says, "Prepare a 60 to 90 second contemporary dramatic monologue." Now, you might be wondering why we're harping on that so much. It's because,
hold on. There's more.
Oh, my bad.
I've got more. Additionally, I sent out an email.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did.
Everyone with, here is the Zoom link that you're going to go to. Reminder, here's the date and time you signed up for, yada, yada. So, this, may not be as right at the front, but here is a very clear line. Hold on. That says, your prepared audition piece should ideally be 60 to 90 seconds. Your prepared audition piece should be.
So you can cut away from this now. So let's talk about it. So here's what happened. Dude shows up and says, "Oh, I never received." What do you say? I never received the sides or something like that, or
yeah, I never got the sides.
I never got the sides. We were like, huh? Like literally, Mark held it together pretty well. I, on the other hand, did not.
You had to turn your camera off.
I muted my mic. I didn't mute it on the app on Zoom, but I muted my mic in my room and proceeded to turn my camera off because I was like, huh? What are you talking about? And so Mark kind of was very gracious and said, okay, well, we can push you back, we can push you back. And then Joe also gave him a place that he could go to get a quick monologue. Joe Bly, our sound engineer, yes, he was on the auditions just because he wants to make sure that he can hear people's quality so that if there needs to be any changes beforehand, we can kind of nip that in the bud. But yeah, this guy then he didn't go to that website for sure, because then he came and he had time. He had like 2 or 3 people go in front of him, and I know a couple of the one of the people I think during that time was a friend of the show and one of our she's a friend from high school and also done a number of projects with us as well. The wonderful, talented Miss Stephanie Bowman, and I think we were talking with her for a little bit. And actually, she did confirm, yes, she was in Oak Ridge. She played Amy That
On
was
season 1. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Jack's
was
wife.
and the ex-wife, or no, his dead wife, because he was still married to her when that all went down. But yeah, and then she actually made an appearance, I believe, she made like a quick appearance towards the end of
Flashback in season 2. That's right.
season 2. So that's, I totally forgot about that. She hit me up on Facebook about it afterwards. But anyways, we talked with her for a minute, so gave more time. We talked, we had a couple other people come in, and so then when it was his time to actually go, what
instead of getting one of those getting a monologue from
I have no idea. Like, literally, it was good I had my camera off, because I was like, huh? Like, he said, oh, I'm going to be performing this weekend. And we were like,
to a girl I like.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, hold up. First off, okay, I don't know if this is actually what he's going to say, or if he was talking about he's doing a scene or something. It's awful. But like, if he's doing a scene, like, yo, you might want to work on that. But if you're also actually going to say this to said girl that you're interested in, don't. Like, normally I wouldn't crap on a dude who wants to, he had something a little prepared for a girl that he likes. I wouldn't hate on him for that. But what we heard, I'd be like,
please,
nah,
no, don't.
Because
and
you will get not you. You're not. It wouldn't be creepy, but you're not going to do yourself any favors, my guy.
Well, I will give him a little bit of credit for, the fact that when we released him, let him, told him we were done with him for the night. He did ask for honest feedback. And you know me, if you ask me to be honest with you, like, I'll try, like, I'll try to be,
he said, actually, Mark, he said, do you want me to be honest? And he said yes. And so
I tried to use tact as much as I could.
And you did. Listen, you did very well. You did very well.
I basically, I really tried to just be hyper focused on his performance of what he did. And so my direct feedback was, I would suggest that you prepare better, review your piece. And there are levels to this, right? And you very much delivered your piece as kind of just flat all the way through, where there, I think, are opportunities to go big, go small, big, large, right? And I think you need to find those moments and create those emotional connections to the piece that you have there, because otherwise it just very much felt meh.
Yeah.
So, I don't like, the hardest thing for me is I don't know how to better communicate. Like, I hadn't told you yet, but I got an email this morning from somebody who was supposed to audition last night. And they were like, oh, I thought it was 10 p.m. for my time zone. And hold on. So even if that was true, then that to me means you would have logged in at 9 o'clock, because this person was in Colorado. So you would have logged in at 9 o'clock, which is 10 o'clock for us, right? You would have logged in at 9 o'clock. I would have gotten a notification that you were there.
And we could have brought you in.
Or you would have hopefully sent an email saying, hey, I'm here, but no one's here. What's going on, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that you said, I thought it was at 10 o'clock my time, I missed my chance, blah, 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 right? And it's just like...
it was clearly put in there.
Yeah, I don't... Again...
Pacific...
Going back to this...
Standard...
Right here.
Time...
No, I didn't even say standard. I just said Pacific time because I didn't want to confuse people with daylight or...
Yeah, so Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast and you were showing up at like 6, it's 9 o'clock for you.
I'm gonna give a little secret, little nugget of gold for everyone out there.
Oh yeah,
Time.gov.
we've used this to make sure that we got onto the
Disney app to book
app
stuff.
to book stuff. Yeah, to book our
So
our passes and stuff.
This is the exact time according to time.gov. This shows you the different time zones. If you're not sure, right, and you're in Colorado, well, okay, in Colorado right now it's 9:20 p.m. and in the Pacific time zone it's 8:20. So they're an hour behind me.
And that's Arizona don't change. But oh, I didn't realize that must be wilderness of Oregon where nobody lives. That's so weird. How
Yeah, I don't know.
a good portion of like there's the tail of Idaho is Pacific, but the rest of the bottom is mountain. That's interesting. But anyways, yeah.
Point being, ultimately, like this is the biggest thing I have always tried to stress. You know, James and I are both directors. We're both actors. I would say we're actors first.
Yeah.
And the one thing that we were taught very early on, and the one thing that we try to stress is come prepared, right? If you are an actor and you are going to audition for anything, you should have at minimum 2 monologues prepared in your back pocket, ready to go, fully memorized, comedy and drama, one of each.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't really done much, so I haven't had a monologue in a while. But again, if I knew I was going to go audition for something and it tells me that I need the 60 to 90 second contemporary dramatic monologue, I'm gonna find one.
Even if it didn't, if you were going to an audition, I would think you'd probably prepare something just in case.
Oh yeah, just in case. Yeah, I always have, I make something because, like I've gone to auditions, but like some of the places they already know me, so it's not even like it's like I'm just there as a technicality for the most part. But yeah, there's been a couple times when I got called in. Actually, no, in those auditions I got called in for. I just had to. I did a scene and I did some singing, and that was about it. And I got cast that way, so it wasn't like I had to come in like do a full audition thing. So
yeah, ultimately, big picture,
but still,
everyone, if you are ever thinking about, I want to get involved in acting in any way, shape, or form, whether that's voice acting, audio dramas, or stage, or movies, or film,
get a monologue prepared.
Read the audition or read the call notice.
Yeah.
Make sure you understand what's in the call notice.
Yeah.
Read through the audition form.
Right.
Ask questions. I will never be mad as a producer, as a director. I will never be mad at you for asking questions prior to the audition. Don't show up day of with all these questions. Send me an email.
One of the girls actually hit me up on Instagram and was like, "Hey, I'm supposed to be auditioning, and I'm not seeing an email." And so like that's when I hit you up and I was like, "Hey, you sent the emails out, right?" And he was like, "I sent a bunch of emails out." So I said, I hit her back and I said, "Okay, check your spam folder. It's going to come from this person." I had no problem with that. That makes me know that you were
engaged,
interested, and you were going to be there. And I'm going to make sure to find out, and I sent her a message because after I hadn't heard from her in a little while, I was like, "Hey, did you get it?" And she showed up to audition and she had a good audition. Yeah. And actually I'll tell you, we had some good auditions. Everybody was decent. We had some ones that hit out the park pretty good. And then we had some that could use some work, but I think, most depending on how everything goes, we'll get them in there. And then like actually one guy came in and he had auditioned for us before, and the first time, not good at all. I mean,
so I brought it up last night about that first audition when we finished reading him, and I was like, "James, do you remember him?" Because he had auditioned for Oak Bridge, and it was pretty bad. I went back last night after, and I looked at my notes, and it was, I can't remember verbatim, but like looking at my notes, I was pretty scathing. Um, and comparing to what he presented last night, it was like, is this the same guy?
Yeah, you could tell like after what he did with us that first time and what he brought this, and he came back around, and it looked sound looked and sounded like he had actually he had done work. It looked like he had a new microphone, looked like he had a good setup, a decent setup. He sounded better. He sounded like he had gone through some kind of a little bit of training or something. And so he came, and you want to talk about leaps and bounds, and this is probably like 2 years in between, but he did a great job.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And that's, and that was, I think, the audition that he was in was almost a year and a half, 2 years ago. And so,
Yeah. I said it was like 2 years ago. So
that's where it really comes down to like you as an actor or talent putting in the work. You don't have to, but if you don't put in the work, then you're probably going to continue to not get cash. You're going to continue to get bit parts, right? You put in the work, you put in the time, and sometimes you spend the money to upgrade your equipment, and it can go a long way. I mean, there was a few people that we had last night that had amazing equipment.
Yeah.
And
aka Palindrome. Yeah, her setup was clean.
Yeah, we had a young lady. I won't throw out a last name, but first name Hannah, and she has a really amazing setup. And I looked her up. I went to her website and stuff, and she is not. She's not SAG. She was so kind of interesting. So evidently, she did some commercials in her youth, but she dropped her SAG affiliation years back. It sounds like. But the fact that she is investing in what she wants to do, it's that old adage, you got to spend money to make money, and it's an unfortunate reality. But just like anything else in life, you spend money on a degree, you're going to probably have a better job coming out of college than you would have out of high school, right? You spend money on better equipment as an actor, you're going to probably present a better product. You spend money on classes or training, you're going to present better. It's just a reality. This isn't me saying go out and spend money on lots of money on training classes or on lots of high end equipment, but what you put into it, you're probably going to get out of it.
And the thing is, I mean, you could probably go to you might be able to go to a local community college, and I would check out their acting prep first, but I mean, you could probably get some decent classes out of there. I know when I was up at Ohlone, we had some great teachers. Mark and Tom were awesome, and then so those classes could go a long way. But like you can find a local theater company and just audition and try and get into a show, and see what you like and what you don't like, and because a lot of times they'll have veteran actors in there and they can help you. And if you have questions, they're in most cases, some theater companies, not as much as others, but a good number of community theater companies, their veterans are more than happy to help you out and give you help you out and give you notes and things like that to help you progress if they're cool. But theater companies that they're about themselves, but it is what it is though. But yeah, no, I mean, so we had a good number of people that came prepared. A couple were like, wasn't great, but like but the one that was like, she had made a story with the kids that she nannies for, and that was cute. It wasn't what we technically asked for, but it was like it was a creative choice, and and it was about a mermaid and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, it kind of fits what we're talking about. But and then she read, and she was actually decent. She had a decent read, bro.
You know how I know we're moving up in the world? I just did a random search because you mentioned Aloni, and whenever I think of Aloni, one of my favorite shows that I performed in when I was up there was The Fantastics.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that, but Tyrus and we were the
I saw
two
it on,
male leads.
yeah, I saw it on the Aloni channel.
So just for funsies, I just did a Google search for The Fantastics Aloni College 2003, which is when it happened. And here's what the AI overview says. In 2003, Aloni College in Fremont, California, staged a production of the classic musical The Fantastics, known for its allegorical storytelling, yada yada. Then we get down here to the Aloni connection. Historically, many Bay Area actors, including local performer Mark Helton, got their start or cut their teeth participating in the Aloni College theater productions. What?
Huh. Interesting.
What? Yes, true. I was in this.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
And it links to me in Stage Agent.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Awesome. But yeah, so I mean that's kind of, you know, just like there's things you can do. There's a lot of online classes now that you can do,
especially for voice actors that are by like some of the most talented and immensely respected voice actors in the world. And yeah, you're going to spend some money. I mean,
yeah.
What's her name? Tara Strong, right? She is one of the most renowned character actors, voice actors out there.
Is that the one who did? Is that the one who did Tommy Pickles?
I believe so. She's also done Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn in Batman. She's Bubbles in Powerpuff
Girls. Yeah.
I mean, so many iconic characters that woman has done, and she offers one. Yeah. And again, it's not cheap. I've looked at it because I want to get better too.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not spending that much. But again, probably what you put in, you're going to get out. So it's really one of those things where if you've got the money, if you can, and you are very committed to the craft, why not? I guarantee
it's like, you can do it.
I guarantee you'll at least get something out of it. It may not be the thing that changes your life, but if it takes you from, a 7 to an 8, that's a huge gain.
Excuse me.
All right. I finished this beatbox.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next drink.
All right.
Are you ready for this? Malibu Cocktails Strawberry Daiquiri.
Okay. Malibu. Seriously easy.
So I don't love Malibu. I'm not a big fan of the coconut rum, but I do love strawberry daiquiris.
Do you like pina coladas?
So this is strawberry daiquiri still made with white rum, 7% alcohol by volume.
To say still?
Yes.
Opposed to sparkling?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy a delicious strawberry daiquiri with balanced natural flavors of strawberry and lime. Pour over ice in your favorite glass for the best taste, or serve chilled in can. Sip easy. Enjoy Malibu responsibly. Visit responsibility.org.
Malibu. Seriously easy.
Let's see how it tastes. Right away, smell strawberry coming out the can. That's always a good thing.
Boom. Tough acting tonight.
Interesting.
Now that okay daiquiri.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like what I would want to do is, have you seen those things they sell now at like Costco and Sam's Club where it's those machines and you pour in whatever drink you want
and it turns it into a slush?
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd want to pour this into one of those and make this into a blended daiquiri.
That sounds like a solid idea.
Yeah. It's not the best daiquiri I've ever had.
The Ninja has one, right? The slushy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the best daiquiri I've ever had, but it does have a good taste to it. I feel like it would be enjoyable.
Do you like pina coladas? Getting caught in the rain.
So since our last episode,
Boom.
what?
I said,
Oh, so since our last episode last week, we celebrated 250 years of America.
boom.
Did you happen to watch any of the festivities in DC or anything?
No, I didn't really. We were watching. We were at Tianka's brother's house, and we were watching this thing called Power 100 or something like that. Underground. It's a Korean. It was shot in Korea. It's basically a who has the best physique and has the best power out of the country. Like 100 people in the country, it was a good show. It was a really good show. But yeah, we weren't really doing that. And then I had bought some fireworks. So out in Pahrump, they have a lot of these fireworks factories. I'm talking about some of them I never heard of, but one of the big ones, and we used to see them around Newark, was like Phantom. They had a lot of the fireworks, and so we had gotten a coupon here for a set, and it was like more than half off. So I was like, oh, okay. And I knew I had Pahrump anyways for a birthday party. So when I went, I stopped by the Phantom fireworks store. And actually, so like out there's a number of them. There's like one called Red Apple. There's Area 51. There's I think there's like a couple others. I can't remember all the names, but yeah. So when I went in there, I was just expecting, like a lot of the safe saying stuff that they have. No, these people, they got everything, bro. They have mortars and bottle rockets and all sorts of stuff. So I ended up buying this box. I'm thinking, oh, this is the same box. No, it was the same box at all. I mean, it was. They had some in there, like they had little poppers and little, like, not sparklers, but can't remember the names of them. But it doesn't matter, anyways. But there was a lot of stuff that actually kind of just shot up, didn't go far or whatever, but like yeah, it was a little bit different. It was stuff that I had never really messed with before, but it worked. They were some of them were kind of lame. It was like, oh, like it was like one shots, and it was kind of like, oh, that's lame, but whatever. It was a good time. I still have a number of them saved up, so we're actually gonna pop those off on, like, we'll save those for like New Year's.
I wouldn't do that because the only time that fireworks are legal in Clark County are from June 24th through July 5th.
Oh, well, maybe we'll see.
Just letting you know.
Because apparently then maybe I have to go out to Pahrump because they have like designated, like, you can do that stuff.
Yeah, and do that, but
maybe.
Don't do it in Clark. Don't do it at home.
Yeah.
So my kid was at her grandparents, so my folks. So for the 3rd of July, because we were off, when the holidays fall on a weekend, the state gives, if it's on a Saturday, the state gives us Friday off. If it's on a Sunday, the state gives us Monday off. So we were off on Friday, the 3rd. So the wife and I, we went to the theater to see Young George Washington. And have you seen that one yet?
No.
I would say go see it. If nothing else, I feel like as an American historical buff, like I love American history. It is immensely historically accurate. I will say the acting, it's like night and day. There are some people in it that are really, really good. And then there's some people in it where it's like, oh, okay. And so this is an Angel film. I don't know if you've heard of the production studio.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, they do a lot of the good, more uplifting films, if you will.
Yeah, they
did like David.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they did. They've done. I think there's one. It's like a 2-part movie, but it's like about a singer who just like kind of loses faith, and a lot of the stuff is really, it's a lot of faith based stories, or stories that are kind of uplifting type stuff. So yeah, no, I
Yeah,
respect it.
the initial or original, I guess, intention with Angel, and a lot of it still is. It's very much like there is a faith element to it, um,
Mhm.
and it's not 100%. It's not all the time.
No,
It's
no,
not.
that's what I said. Yeah, there's been a couple that are a little bit, but they're more it's more like these are movies that you could go see with your family.
Yeah, but there were some pretty, I don't want to say heavy hitters, but some pretty talented actors. Mary Louise Parker, she's pretty well known. She's, I would say, like a B or a C actor. She's not an A, but she was in The West Wing multiple
Yeah.
multiple episodes. She had a recurring character. Andy Serkis, Golem. Ben Kingsley.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Wasn't Kelsey Grammer in that?
Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Ben Kingsley actually, out of the people I referenced, had probably the largest role. I think he had 2 or 3 scenes. Kelsey Grammer had 1 or 2, or I think he had 2 scenes. Andy Serkis, he had a very smaller role that was important but smaller. Mary Louise Parker played George Washington's mom, Mary Washington.
Okay.
So the story really is very much hyper focused on George Washington, probably around the time he's 7, 8, through the time about 20 years before the Revolution. So I feel like there is an immense opportunity here to take a lot of the same cast that are relevant and fast forward, or even just pick up in 1755, 1756, and fast forward to the Revolution. But it really, I think, does a good job of setting up George Washington, who he was, and why he ultimately was put and thrust into the place that he was. I mean, there is an interesting moment with some of the Native American tribes where they talk to him and ask, "What's your name?" because they tried to kill him, and the creator, they perceived that the creator was saving him because he should have been taken down. And there are multiple times throughout George Washington's life where he easily could have been taken out, and for whatever reason wasn't. Um, so it's a very interesting film. I would highly suggest, especially you who goes to see a lot of films, I would say go see it. I know that like historical biopics, like especially like old American biopics, are not your favorite thing, but I think it's worth the about 2 hours. If for no other reason than to like, there's probably a lot of stuff in there for you that you don't already know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I wouldn't. Yeah, because I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about George Washington until probably like revolutionary times.
Yeah.
So hey, look, I'm gonna be right back. I drank too much water and stuff earlier today, so I'll be right back, guys.
Wow, we're not even an hour in.
I know.
All right. So while he steps away, I'll just continue bloviating on, and that's not correct. Our cruise to the Bahamas is much shorter than then. Let me turn that off. Apologize. But Young George Washington was a fantastic film. Okay, that's a little bit much. Not fantastic. It was a good film. The sets were amazing, like where they filmed everything, which predominantly I think was done in Ireland or Scotland, was very beautiful. Felt historically accurate to old Virginia or Ohio Valley territory. And then the costumes, those were very spot on. And for anybody who's been to like colonial Williamsburg, it looks like filmed some of the stuff straight there, because it felt like, I even said to my wife at one point, I've been there. And so the props, the costumes, the sets, those to me were the immense highlights. Now, from an honest like perspective of negativity, like I'm not trying to be harsh, but the dialogue, one of the things that I'm seeing a lot happen in films these days is even if they're a historical piece, they're writing them as if it's modern language. And I get it, right? You need to connect to your audience, but to the same extent, if you're writing a piece that's, 1755,
Learn the
um,
language.
maybe,
Use the language.
well, yes and no, right? Like, I'm not expecting you to use high English where like people are sitting there confused. Wait, what did they mean by that? But to the same extent, like I think I mentioned here last week about the Odyssey and how Matt Damon, Odysseus at one point as they're about to charge on the battlefield, he's yelling, "Let's go!" And that's a modern phrase. That is probably not. I don't recall that being in the Odyssey, nor do I think Odysseus would be yelling, "Let's go." Like that's Logan Paul. You know what I mean? That's
if Logan Paul can get that out.
That's Pat McAfee.
There you go. Let's go.
So I would say the two weakest points in the film were the dialogue. So I don't blame the actors for that. I blame the script writers and some of the talent. I think there were some choices, and this could be direction. So it could be the director maybe is to blame. But there were some choices that I think could have been better.
Yeah,
And
I mean I think that that happens in some of these and more. And I see it more in the biopic sphere.
In movies that are biopics where it's like not everybody was on par.
But, well, and this is where like I give I've given you crap like during Oak Bridge or other things where you've directed. Certainly I'm sure I've deserved my fair share of crap on things I've directed because don't get me wrong, when we're doing a live show theater where people are performing and can do something that wasn't as the direction we gave them, it's out of our hands at that point. But when we're talking about the audio dramas and stuff, sometimes there are choices and it's like, really, that was the best take, or really that's what you wanted from them. And that's where I do blame directors, because especially when it comes to television, film, audio dramas, like we have to, as leaders, as directors, we have to get out of the talent what we're looking for. When it comes to live theater, we can give them direction. We can point them where we want them to go. But unfortunately with live theater, the show's out of our hands once opening night happens. It's pretty much on the talent and on the stage manager to control at that point.
Yeah. Excuse me. Unless you're like one of those weird, I like think at high school, like we would get notes the day after or something like that. But like not when you, but most of the time, once you got to that point, it's like notes are out the window.
And that's one of the things I will say, like,
unless something like the only time I think I think I was in a show and we were given notes is because something just went like didn't go completely off the rails, but it went pretty off. And so we needed to make sure that we addressed that situation and we got it addressed and it got fixed. That was the second night, opening night, something just went off the rails. But
what is that ticking sound in your room?
Oh, it's just my bracelet. Sorry, I didn't realize that was audible. I've had it down low.
Yes. That is one of the things, like, you and I have both given like a lot of love and credit to, our directors in high school and stuff. But the one thing I will say that as just being like an honest observer, like from a negative standpoint, I don't think they did a great job of setting us up for the reality of semi or professional theater, because to that point, like you just said, right, as soon as the show, once you finish Hell Week, Tech Week, and the show opening night happens, it's the stage manager's show. The director should be done and gone at that point. And if they do have any direct things, like they came in and watched the show or whatever, then they should be going to the stage manager saying, hey, here's some of the stuff I saw. And then the stage manager should own it at that point. So, I'm not like bashing or saying anything against our high school directors that we had, but there were some things I remember once I started doing some more semi or professional theater type stuff that was like, I wasn't taught that.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, there's like I said, sometimes we would get notes every night just because there was just like little things. They were there. They had to be there every night. Because they were teachers.
They were the adults because usually the stage manager was a student.
Yeah. So they had to be there. And but yeah, I mean, I think it was, but once you got out of that program, once we got out of high school and we went to college and, whatever, very rare. We got notes throughout. And then once the show went up, then we did. The only thing we might get something from, the only thing we'd hear is maybe from the stage manager and be like, hey, but they would, a lot of times those were singular notes to certain people. Like they were like, hey, you missed your light here. Make sure you get into that. Or they would go to somebody else and be like, hey, just so you know, you for some reason you are constantly missing this line. Like that's important line that needs to be in there. So make sure you get that in there. So, but that's stage manager and like,
that very much is for you because you're one of those people, and I'm not harping, but like you were one of those actors who would kind of memorize their lines and, as long as I hit the points, that's what matters, as opposed to actually hitting the actual.
I never never had a point when I was just like straight up, just like as long as I hit the points. No, I knew I was hitting lines. I was hitting lines, hitting lights, hitting everything. So yeah, there was no point. There's no point when they were like, "Oh, by the way," yeah.
Wow. Okay. I got another food item to try. So you know how I love my Tony's chocolate.
Yeah.
This is Tony's.
Is that peanut butter filled or something?
No. This is.
I saw filled in that.
This is creamy milk chocolate ganache. So it is chocolate filled with chocolate ganache.
What is ganache?
It's just the way something's prepared. It's like, creamy, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I love Tony's chocolate. I think it's probably, maybe, quite frankly, one of the best chocolates that's out there.
Yeah, for that price, it better be.
Well, so when I went and bought this, they had the normal Tony's bar was, $4.87 or whatever, $5. This was $5. Now, my problem with that is a normal Tony's bar is about almost a pound. I think it's like 12 ounces. This is only 4.5 ounces. So it's significantly lighter in weight.
Right.
So I don't know what I'm going to get here. So kind of interesting from a packaging perspective. So you kind of open up this flap and then it slides out.
Oh, nice.
So nice packaging.
You've won, Charlie.
I got a golden ticket. I don't know if you know, but the anniversary for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is actually coming up. The film.
Wait, the Gene Wilder?
Yeah, the 55th anniversary. And
the only one that should matter because the Johnny Depp one was
right, or the Timothy Chalamet.
I like that one actually.
Of course you do. So
no, it was just like because it wasn't trying to be. It was just like it was like the start of Willy Wonka. It wasn't like it was like a prequel, but it was okay. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it better than the Johnny Depp one, but yeah, no, Gene Wilder, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the other one.
Well, either way, the 55th anniversary is coming up, and it's going to be back in theaters, and we're going to see it. So my kid recently, my wife read the entire book to my kid. And then, have you heard of a Tony Box?
No.
So Tony Box, it's this little device, and you put these cards in it, and it basically reads a story.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we got Willy Wonka. So my kid has listened to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or I'm sorry, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory many, many times at this point. So we're gonna go watch it. For me, I've seen it a number of times.
Yeah.
My wife's never seen it.
Huh?
Right? My kid, and of course my kid's never seen it. So I think it'll be a good experience. But all that to say, Tony's Chocolate, let me give this a go.
I got a golden ticket.
So this is milk chocolate with ganache filled. So you can't even really.
Yeah, it's hard.
But it kind of looks like a standard Tony's bar.
Yeah, it's weird pieces. It's like, it's not squares. It's like octagons and stuff. Yeah.
So the outside is that standard like milk chocolate.
Excuse me. Yeah. Squishy insides.
The inside is like squishy, creamy ganache.
Squishy insides.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's good. It's real good.
I don't know.
Where do you get these from?
I got this at Walmart.
Okay. The only time I've had the Tony's chocolate was when I'm with you. So it's not like I've gone out to look for it. Yeah. I haven't gone to look for it. Like the only time I've had is when I've been at the crib and you had one. And
yeah, I think I've found it pretty much anywhere these days. It's anywhere that
yeah. I mean, most of the time when I'm shopping, I'm going to like Sam's Club or Costco. I'm not. I haven't. I mean,
yes,
I go to the store once in a while. So
I have at Costco. I have seen like a bag of Tony's where it's the smaller pieces, but I have not seen like full size bars at Costco or Sam's Club.
Yeah. So.
But I would say if you do find this out in the wild, I would absolutely pick it up because even the ganache it's very good.
They're quality bars. I'll give you that. I mean, they're definitely quality bars.
I mean, please, from a price perspective, right? The other things that you're going to see that are around the same price are going to be like Lindt bars, which Lindt does a very good job. Their chocolate is good, but
only
for the same price point. When you compare a Lindt versus a Tony's, where Tony's is about a 12-ounce bar, where a Lindt bar is about this, like 4 or 5 ounces. And you know me, I'm a value guy. I'm looking at, okay, how much am I spending and what am I getting?
Yeah. So the for that, the price wasn't really there.
Yeah, because it's good. It's very good. Don't get me wrong. Like if I would say it's more of a what mood are you in? Because if all you're wanting is just really that like milk chocolate, you can get the larger bar for the same price.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So just calling out, got a number of films that the wife and I are going to see that I'm going to see over the next couple of weeks. So I already talked about Willy Wonka.
Right. I'll look at. I'll have to look that up because I do enjoy that movie.
And then coming up, the Odyssey, we're going to see that.
Okay, yeah, I'm planning on seeing that.
Hadestown, the musical, they did a pro shot on that, and that's coming out to the theaters.
Is it going to be? Wait, so it's not a musical adaptation of the film?
No, it is the Broadway original Broadway cast.
Yes, okay, and they were just releasing it in theaters.
Yeah, it's like Hamilton, right?
Yeah, but they released it on Disney Plus and then released it in theaters, and then
where this one's just going to the theaters.
Interesting. I mean, maybe I hate it. I don't really know any music from it. I've heard it's a good show, but yeah,
there are some pretty significant black roles in that, so I'm surprised.
it's just one of those shows like I knew some about, but I didn't really know a lot about.
And then, of course, Spider-Man.
Of course.
What do you got going on? You got anything?
Somebody was like, "Oh, there's a Gray Hulk," and I was like, that's not Gray Hulk, that's Green Hulk." And the
Gray
trailer,
Hulk?
yeah, it shows Gray Hulk, and I was like, no, that's just the way that that's just the camera angle.
Yeah,
and
that's Bruce Banner. That's
they're pulling away from him down the hall after he's like busted a hole in the wall. So yes, it may look gray, but that's just because it's dust settling. Stupid.
Yeah, I don't even know how to address that.
But anyways, because Bruce Banner is Gray Hulk. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know how to address that. What do you got going on coming up for the next week or so?
Not a whole lot. I'm gonna have to go in. We got auditions again on Saturday. Our last.
Oh, that's right.
Auditions.
Round 2 of auditions.
And then we have. See, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can sneak out of here and get to a movie next week. Possibly, maybe, I don't know.
Young George Washington.
Well, no. I'm probably gonna. Oh no, because I think she wants to see Odyssey too. Maybe we'll see what happens. Because if she wants to go see it, then maybe we can get her parents to watch London and we can go to that movie. But anyways, yeah. So, but I mean, I don't have a whole lot planned. I do know I need to try and pick up a shift here in the next couple weeks. Just one more shift to finish out my time. Yeah. Other than that, I'm pretty much on the wind down for my.
So
PPL.
From bringing it full circle back to secrets of a Hawaiian Mermaid. So we've got auditions round 2 coming up on Saturday. Again, 5-time blocks starting 10 a.m.
10, 11, 12, 1, and our last time at 2.
And then one is starting to actually. So one was the time block that we only had one person sign up. I've been pushing everyone. So anyone who's reached out since we closed the signups, I've been like, I've got space. I can squeeze you in 1 o'clock on Saturday. So that's starting to bulk up.
Okay.
But so did Michelle, or did the person that Michelle was talking about, did they contact or no? As of this afternoon, I hadn't seen anything.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me pull up my handy dandy notebook.
Handy dandy notebook.
No, I have not received anything.
All right. Okay, cool.
But with that being said, so we know we're going to finish auditions at around 2:30 or 3 p.m. on Saturday. What happens after that?
Then we go into casting.
What does that look like?
That's hellacious sometimes. Sometimes it goes smoothly, sometimes it does not. Basically, it's gonna be me and John picking, and then in most cases it'll be Mark with the tiebreaker if we're not in agreement.
So let me ask you this, because this is something, again, for one of the things we like to do here at the Fat and Black Connection. We like to peel back the curtain from time to time.
I forgot about that. I told you that was a real thing.
You forgot about that?
I kind of did. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you forget about this?
I'm juiced, bro. No, I didn't forget about that one. I knew that was there.
So from time to time, we like to peel back the curtain, and for me, I historically have been a lot more hands-on, directly like running things, and I'm trying not to be like controlling beast. So first, let me ask you this: do you have your full list of all of the characters?
Yeah, I have a list of the characters.
Every character, every
Yeah.
single character that needs to be filled.
Yeah,
Can you send that to me? Because I don't have that.
it's in the folder.
It is
Mhm.
every single character, every single voice.
Every single character is in the hold on, let me go to my in the folder. It says it's primary character descriptions, or it says, yeah, I think it's primary, yeah, primary character descriptions. It might just say primary character
Which folder?
in the Secrets of a Hawaiian Mermaid folder. It should, or see if I, yeah, you're added to the group. So you're added to it. So I don't know, and it has the main characters, secondary characters, and I actually, because I had John send me this, and then I went through and actually took everything, put it into Chat GPT, said give me a condensed version of this, because his kind of went on, and so I said just send it to me so I can have it, and I told him I'll make a condensed version. I just took I took each character, threw it into Chat GPT, a couple characters actually, and it would shoot back the shorter condensed versions of the
So here's what I've got. I see audition sides, final draft,
primary character description right there. Boom.
primary.
Oh, did I say what did I say? Yeah, there it is.
This is okay, day players. So these are
Those are like yeah.
So this is everything that we're going to need to assign someone to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's there. I mean, so yeah. So, but other than that, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot going. Oh man, my tummy.
You ate literally right before we jumped on this.
No, I'm talking about it's rumbling in the other way.
Like you need to go poo
Yeah.
because you ate right before we jumped on.
Yeah. But it was a very good dinner, though. Sorry, man. I think it might be the buttermilk that was in the potatoes didn't get cooked off all the way.
Why would you risk that? Why wouldn't you at least take a lactate to be safe?
Oh, because I didn't really think about it.
Gotcha. So Saturday we finish auditions at let's say 3 p.m. You and John are going to go through this list and say, here's who I envision. Then we have everything listed. And what are we going to do next?
Then we will send out we'll send out emails and basically offering roles, or if we've decided not to, either way you get a response. So if you're in, we give you a response. If you're out, we give you a response.
Yeah, and that's because us as actors, we know how frustrating it is when you don't at least get a declination.
Yeah, if it's way easier to be like, hey, you know what? Thank you for auditioning. We decided to go another direction. Blah blah, whatever. Cool, thank you. Now I can, because there might be something else that I want to audition for, but if I got this show, I wouldn't be able to do it. So when I can for sure see, oh, okay, I'm not in the show. Cool, I'm open, so I can go do this or do that or whatever.
And so, I mean, truth be told, with where we're at, with the amount of people who have auditioned and the amount of roles that we need to fill,
probably everybody, for the most part.
In reality, right? Like even the person, no names, but the person that we referenced earlier that came ill prepared, may even end up getting something like passenger 1 or male voice 2.
Probably not.
Wow, even not even then?
No, because I don't want to. Because what? That I'm going to have him come in and he's not going to be prepared? Oh.
See, and ladies and gentlemen, this is where James and I kind of differ. I am of the mindset of let's give people an opportunity, because again, we gave that voice actor we mentioned that when they auditioned for us before that was terrible, we gave them an opportunity. and they've come a long way since then. So to me, it's more of a, we let's have the honest conversation, but let's give them a chance. Especially if we're talking about male voice number 2, what do we have to lose?
All right, well, we can discuss it, but anyways, but yeah, so yeah, we go through that, and that'll be a rootin' good time.
I'm sorry, did you say a rootin' good time?
Yeah,
like a rootin' tootin'?
Rootin' good time. Yeah.
What has happened to you?
I don't know. I was watching Toy Story 2, or no. Yeah, Toy Story 2. Is that 3? No, was it 2? 2 was with Jesse. No, yeah, 2 was Jesse.
Not 5?
Jesse is a big part of 5, yes, but
I haven't seen it.
From what I understand, like just from the trailers. Woody's Roundup, right here every day.
Have you ever ridden Jesse's Critter Carousel?
Yeah, we went on that.
Because my kid went on it and you had to?
No. We went on, we were going through Pixar Pier. We went on everything that was over there.
You and I as grown adults?
Yes.
My kid wasn't there?
No. They had just changed they kind of changed everything over to Pixar Pier. We literally rode everything that was like along the pier. Even that horrible Inside Out ride.
I will say my kid loves that Inside Out ride, and I've come to accept it. Because it is, it goes around in a circle and up and down, right? It's not like some kind of amazing ride. But I do think, especially riding it with, and this is like for you as a, new father, and you're going to see like when you go on that ride with your kid for the first time, it's a very, and by first time, I mean, once they're old enough to understand what's going on, it's a very different experience than, just us as like 2 grown men. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. Cause we were just on a mission. We rode everything. And
yeah. Cause there are some rides where like, you and I are like, why are we doing this? Like, what was the other one? Mater's, Junkyard Jamboree, right?
Hey, look, that's a good time. I ain't gonna lie. Sliding all like, it's a good time.
When are we going back to Disneyland, man? We haven't been in a long time.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, no, it's a good time. I enjoy some of the car. I mean, mostly the only I don't like the bumper car thing. That one's not very fun. It's the tire and you're like floating around on the tire.
That's been gone.
Oh, is it?
That's been gone, man.
Oh, I haven't again.
That's now Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters.
What is that? Oh, the one they dance.
Yeah, you basically.
Okay, yeah, I've done that. That's actually that's not bad either, but whatever. But that's just like it's like a line dance.
Yeah, the prior ride, I forget what it was called, but to your point, like it's interesting because Disney has tried a few times now to have kind of like a bumper car kind of feel ride, and every time it just bombs.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not like actually one of the worst bumper cars that I've ever had to deal with was at Santa Cruz, because at the beach boardwalk, because they have their bumper cars. You're supposed to go around this track, and it's like,
oh, that's right, you're supposed to go in a circle.
Yeah, you're going in a counterclockwise circle, I believe it was, and those drive normal. So trying to drive bumper cars around in a track formation and try and hit people, it's not great. But,
yeah, I mean, Great America, when we went there, right?
Those bumper cars were awesome.
Yeah, it's just a big open rectangle and do whatever you want.
And if there's not a whole lot of people in there, you can get some speed, bro. You can get up and get somebody real good. like I'm gonna ram them. I'm gonna ram them. It just boom. You can get not like where it hurts them, but you can jar them pretty good.
No, you could hurt someone.
I never hurt anybody. So
Well, and considering when you think about that area of the park, the only other thing in that area was Top Gun.
yeah, the line for the bumper cars could be long too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bumper cars were popping. But if you go like first thing, if you got there early or you got there towards the end, you could get some decent hits in on bumper cars over there. But yeah, that was a good time. Forgot about that one. Oh man, that was fun. But yeah, so I think but we did the critter carousel, all that stuff, because we did all the rides over in Pixar Pier.
Yeah. You got anything else fun and or exciting coming up?
Not really. Not really.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I got new inflatable spikes.
New inflatable spikes.
Yeah, so the spikes for the inflatables that I have for like Christmas time, I got some new spikes for them. Because the other ones are like these little skinny like sticks that go in the ground, and the ground out here sucks.
Inflatable spikes so you're talking about like the character inflatables?
Yeah, so the inflatables, and then basically I got new stakes to put in the ground for the characters so they stay more firm.
Oh, so like the inflatables that I gave you that are like Black Elf?
Yeah, the Black Elf and Black.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got new, because like the inflatables that I had, they kept coming up. And
the spikes that you had, not the inflatables that you had.
Yeah, the spikes that I had. And somebody came around and was being I don't know who it was, but somebody pulled my Santa out and like threw it in the street, and I was pissed. That pissed me off. But yeah.
Somebody hating on Black Santa, huh?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, it didn't happen last year. This was like the year before, but whatever. And so like I got these new spikes that actually I can drill into the ground so that they'll be sturdy in there.
That's kind of ironical to me that the hyper liberal Clark County has the racist people.
There's racist people in not every city, but I mean, there probably
there probably is a racist person, at least a racist person every.
Yeah. So I mean, like whoever it was, I mean, it could have just been some kids and they thought it was funny or whatever. But I was like, yo,
why are they going to pick on Black Santa?
Yeah, and I was like, where the hell's my Santa? And I saw it and I was like, no, that's not it. And then I came back and I was like, oh shit, that's my Santa. Like, what the hell? How did it get out here? And so I took it back, got it back in, but whatever.
Not cool. This is the first I'm hearing of that. So
no, it was like, it wasn't a huge deal, but it was just like, so I mean, this year I was like, you know what? I'm tired of these little spikes. I'm tired of trying, because basically what I ended up having to do too is like, because they wouldn't go in the ground, I had to like connect it to I have another plug. I have one of those boxes for the plugs, the plastic covers on the outdoor plugs.
Mm-hmm.
And so it has like a hinge in there. So I was putting like the spike in there and I was twisting ropes around it to make them taut. But it was just like, so now I don't have to worry about that. I have this new setup and it'll be a little bit easier for me. My son's crying. Let me go. I need to go check on him. So
are you saying?
Yeah. Good night, everybody.